Hi, happy new month. Today is August 1st, 2025. My name is Fumi and I am a Nigerian cake artist who moved to Canada. Okay, this August is going to make it 3 years since we moved to Canada, and this content is just to share a few life updates with you guys. A lot of things has happened between our coming in and now. I think when I clocked 18 months, I did an update on the struggles, the challenges, and the progresses. And this is another 18 months after that first 18 months. And I have some more updates to share. I'm hoping that my sharing is going to inspire some people, or be an information session where you learn one or two things that you may find useful for your own journey. I'm so excited about the updates. Like, there are three major things that make me most excited. Milestones that happened in this year, 2025. I think the first one is the fact that we got our PR. We came in, my husband came in as a student, I had work permit, and after 2.5 years, we became permanent resident. Maybe by the time I'm doing my 5th year in Canada, we should be doing updates about becoming citizen. Yes, very likely. So we became PR this year, and that was something that my family was looking up to. Okay, I'm going to just talk about the three things first, then I'll discuss each of them. So the first thing was we got our PR. We're so grateful for that. Number two is I got a grant, guys. This grant is such a timely grant. It's money, about $10,000 for my business. Oh my god, that's one of the sweetest things that's happened in the whole Canada journey. I got that this year. Number three, this same year I got my home kitchen license. Guys, I am super grateful for these three things. Now there are many other things I'm also going to talk about regarding updates, some more good things, some more challenges, but these three things, let's first deal with that. I'm going to break each of them down. So let's start with the PR thing. We came in as students. My husband came in as student and I was working. If you've not seen the first video on the first 18 months, you may want to check that. I shared all of the struggles. It's not been an easy like I thought it's going to be, as prepared as I thought I was. No, it wasn't easy peasy. After school, we didn't get, my husband was supposed to get a job that would facilitate our conversion to PR. It was one of the hardest things. Job was not forthcoming despite being in the IT line. We didn't get job on time, and how the job eventually came, despite Canada, different policies coming out, we were able to apply for our PR, and now we are PR. It's one of the sweetest things. Like, it brings that place of rest. At least you're now welcome to Canada. Your leg is now fully in. And that for us is a big one. We look forward to it. We are so grateful for it. We are so thankful that happened February this year. And the second thing, which was the grant that I got, guys, this grant came in. Okay, we applied for it last year, 2024. I applied for it. It's RAISE grant, RAISE. If you're following me on Instagram, you should have seen me talk about it. And I don't know how God did it. I got this grant. And I'm going to be talking briefly about grants. Guys, grants is not as difficult as we think it is. And I keep saying that we as immigrants need it and we should be prepared for it. So how do you prepare for grant? First of all, you should register your business and document everything that happens in your business. So after registering your business, open a business account. Make sure that money for business goes into the business account. Expenses, everything is separate from your personal life, because there are some questions they will ask you in grant application that it will throw you off. You just feel like, oh, I can't get this till I don't have all these questions. But if you've started, first of all, most grants will require you that you have operated for 6 months or 1 year, depending on the kind of grant. So if you have not registered your business and you're doing business, you're wasting those years that should have been counting. So it makes sense to just register your business from the very beginning. I registered my business the same month I came in. So just get it done as early as you can. That way you know that, okay, if any grant comes in 6 months, in 1 year, you've gathered you're qualified. So register your business, document. They will ask you your revenue. They will ask you some questions about your business that if you're not doing things right, you won't be able to answer these questions factually. Because there's a way you answer your questions and it just shows that you're lying. These people that are judging these things, they know. You need to document everything that is happening in your business if you really want to be able to answer grant questions right. And 2024 was a year where we need to move from one area to another area, because my husband's work was far from where we were living. So we were like, let's just move to somewhere in the middle so that I don't have to keep driving this long distance to work. So we had to relocate from Scarborough, Toronto to Milton, another city. And this city is such a quiet city. But in my mind, I'm like, just like when I moved from Lagos to Kano, I was thinking the quiet city sometimes is a blessing because there are less competition. You can easily, you're good at this thing. By the time you post your work, do some hard work, people will start rushing you guys. I had all those things, thoughts in my head. But when I moved in, it wasn't what I expected. Others were not coming. Things were not happening. I did all I could, posted, did ad. I wasn't getting job. The few jobs I was getting were from my old customers in my former location who didn't mind the cost of delivery, or I had to think of ways to help them deliver at a discounted delivery cost just to make few orders coming. So I've not been doing a lot of I've not been doing a lot of cake this year. It's been a very slow year. So the grants coming in was so cushioning for me because if I was in Toronto, for instance, and I was getting a lot of work, at the end of the year, maybe I'll be able to save the money I got as a grant. So even without doing so much, I got that money. So I'm able to achieve the same thing I would have achieved if I had worked and sweated. Sincerely, the money I got for the grant, it would have took me maybe a whole year of work to have that kind of saving. So I just felt like God has seen ahead that, oh, this new year that you're going into, you will not make so much sales. So this is your gift. That was the way the grant seems. And I'm so glad that I pursued it, I got it, and it became my comfort in these times that it looks like I'm not getting so much work. So that's few things I need to share to you about grant. Guys, don't let the sound of the grant, sometimes they'll put the way the grant, when you go through the requirements, you feel like you're not deserving. If you feel that way, you can talk to somebody. Sometimes for this particular grant, for instance, when I saw the requirements, I'm like, oh, I didn't have this particular requirements. And by the time I shared with somebody that I know that specializes in grant, she's like, no, you have it. And she explained it to me, and I saw that, oh, is that what it means? So imagine if I just read it from my own knowledge and just what I understood, I would have let it go thinking I don't qualify. So sometimes we are in a new system where we need to understand a lot of new things, and you just think, oh, this grant, they said they must have this and I don't have it, and you just walk away. Meanwhile, you have it, but you don't know you have it, or you don't understand what they're actually saying. So I think I'm just grateful that I pursued it and I talked to people that I needed to talk to. Guys, I paid people. When I say I paid people, I pay for information. I do consultation with people. So I follow the right people. So I'm close to information. And that's something you want to deliberately do to yourself. Follow handles, not just bakers like yourself, people that share business tips, people that have been in Canada ahead of you, that share tips that can help you navigate. Just the way you're following me, I believe you're getting one or two things that you probably would not have heard somewhere else. So I'm also following people that are blessing me. The people you have access to, the information you get has a long way to affect your journey in this abroad, guys. So you want to be deliberate about that. I follow the right people. I pay for consultation when I need to. I ask questions from anybody, guys. When I say anybody, you understand when I discuss my kitchen licensing, home kitchen licensing. I ask questions. I slide to people. When you people slide into my DM, I also slide into other people's DM. I ask questions. So that is that about grants. I am so happy. And with the grants, another thing about grants also is that there are eligible expenses. There are some grants that will tell you this is what you can spend on. So you can't say, oh, this grant I want you to use it to rent shop. They have said, oh, this grant is not an eligible expense. So some grants specify what they want you to spend on. As a matter of fact, this particular grant, we went through rigorous training before we got the money. So they particularly trained us. We will have to prepare a business plan. How are you going to spend this money? What are your goals for your business for this year? How is this grant going to help you achieve it? You do a lot of work before you get the money. So they trained us so that we don't abuse that money and we use it for the right thing. Because at the end of I think in October, we got the grant around March or so. In October, we'll be doing a report on how we spent the money. And if you don't spend it according to what you have said you spent it on, the money can be withdrawn back from you. So it's not just you get a grant and you just do whatever you like. It comes with a lot of training. I'm also grateful for the training part because I learned a lot about business in Canada generally by getting that grant. So the training itself is something that you may have to pay a lot to know, but we got that as complimentary with the grant that is already free. So yes, guys, pursue grant. You're deserving. You can get it. It's not so difficult. Now, number 3, the kitchen licensing. So because I create content, people are always telling me to be careful. is your kitchen license? Why are you so loud? You're not even working from a kitchen licensed kitchen, and you're always showing up doing content. And are you not scared people will report you? You know, so there is this subtle fear that I get. Maybe most of them are really concerned for me, but I just wanted to be out there, and I don't like when I'm being boxed. So I'm just like, whatever it is, I'll just keep doing this content till I can figure out how to license my kitchen. I'm working on it, but I cannot wait till, I just couldn't wait till I just want to do my content without fear. So I know that I was going to get my kitchen license because I don't want to operate from a place of fear, or I want to know that I'm doing everything right. So I started learning how to, I asked questions. How do people license kitchen? How do I, but people made it look like, many people tell me that it's more difficult in Toronto and the area that I was living before. So I'm like, okay, since I'm moving to a new area, I chose this new area and I believe it's going to be a lot easier. And indeed, when I moved to this new area, before I moved, decide where I was moving to, I was researching like, where am I going to move to that it will meet all my requirements in a house. I also wanted to be close to Toronto where I was living before, and at the same time it would be easy for me to license my kitchen. So I was trying to get information on that. I think I saw a particular baker who just launched their own kitchen, and I had to slide into her DM and I was like, please, I saw that you work from home, it looks like an apartment house, and you have your standard kitchen. How do you go about it? And she wasn't responding. I sent her a DM several times last year because I was thinking her answer will help me with my decision on the kind of house to get or the kind of city to move into. So she didn't respond. She's not Nigerian, she's not black. Then I had to enter her comment section under the post where she posted her kitchen. I will be in her comment section and say, please, I send you a DM. I've not gotten a response. Then she now said, oh, sorry, my DM is really busy. Then she now entered her DM and responded. I'm just saying that I also disturb people. I go into people's DM. I think I sent her a DM to like twice. I was in my comment section like 3 times before I eventually got a response. And by the time she responded, it was looking like it was already late because I had now moved. I was thinking a response would help me with my choice of where to move to, or, a response might inform my decision. But anyway, after she responded, I was now like, okay, I'm in this city now. Do you think, how do I go about it? And she was so helpful that even when I moved to this new city, I was thinking I will not stress myself again. Number one, the kind of house I live in is an apartment house. We have a lot of neighbors. I don't think it's going to work. Let me just start thinking of moving to a shop. But don't forget, I said things are not going the way I'd imagined in terms of others coming in. I was thinking I know what to do to make others start flowing. And it's not happening that way I'd imagined. So I wasn't getting so much order, which means I'm not making so much money. And me saying that I want to go and get a shop, where will I get money to fund that when I'm not even getting customers in this city? So all of those things, I was just confused. Like, okay, I was thinking I'll get a shop. So I rented this kind of house where I have so many neighbors and I won't be thinking of licensing my home kitchen anymore. So I wasn't thinking of home kitchen anymore. I was thinking it's going to be a shop. Let me just maybe wait till the business peaks. So definitely not this year. I'll just wait till when I've established myself in this city. Then maybe I'll now go and rent a shop like 2027 kind of thing when I've really settled. So guys, I'd even picked up another job because I need money. Cake orders were not coming. I'm serious. The first quarter of this year was so bad. Even till now, I've not been doing so much cake. So they just come like that. Then I could be on 3 weeks break. Then I get another 1 week of work. So it's been very, very slow. So I'm not making so much money from cake. And I had to pick up a job because I need to make money. So I was working somewhere, just waiting for things to go the way they would go. Hopefully, I'll save some money from the job I am doing, plus the small cake works that are coming in. Thankfully, the grant has cushioned something for me for this year. By the time I talked to her, she made me have a rethink. She was like, licensing your kitchen is very easy. It's not so hard. Just do this, just do that. And she guided me. She practically made me see that it is possible. Something that I thought, it's not possible anymore. She was so supportive that I was encouraged to try. And guys, I tried what she said. Reach out to your municipal, tell them you're new, you want to register your business, and you want to license. And guys, it was the smoothest thing. It was smoother than I've ever imagined. It was so smooth. I sent a message. I went to the website for my municipal, my city. I told them what I wanted to do on the website, dropped my phone number. They called me. They were in touch through email. They told me what I need to do, what I need to get. When I'm ready, I should call them. They assigned somebody to me that we're in touch with. So it was simple. I kept talking back to that lady. She'll guide me. Some of the things they asked for was, your landlord has to, I live in a rented apartment, your landlord has to give his consent, like, what's the word they use? Anyway, you have to get your landlord's consent. And that part, I thought, no, no landlord is going to give me my consent. Like, no landlord is going to give me consent to do business in his house. But guys, that same lady was like, no, it's not hard. Tell him. And even if you don't tell him or you skip that part, nothing is going to happen. It's not a big deal. You've paid your rent. It's not your landlord's business. The way she was making me see that it is possible, I would never, if God has not put her there, if I had not reached out to her, maybe I would have been discouraged at that point where they said I need to get my landlord's consent. So every other thing was easy. They said I should have a separate fridge for baking stuff and a separate fridge for the house. I should get disinfectant. I should get storage stuff so that I store my ingredients in a particular way. And I did all of that. And within a few months, my kitchen was licensed. It was smooth. When I say smooth, it was very, very smooth. And I'm so grateful that now I don't have to operate in fear. I now have my licensed kitchen. It's so comforting. It's so relaxing. It made me feel so much like I've made the biggest progress this year. And don't forget, I said this is a year that started very low for me till now. I still feel business is slow, but all of these things that I've mentioned make me feel like I've made so much progress that I probably would not have made even if business was moving. These are big goals. These are big things for me. For instance, the grant, it's for buying. I couldn't use it for any. You have, like I said, you have to prepare a plan on what you want to do. And after the whole training on the grant and how to spend it, I realized that I have to go with equipment. So with that grant, I bought a lot of equipment that, God, when I look at them, I'm like, how much work would I have done to be able to buy this equipment without feeling it? I don't feel it because it's not my money. It's a wolf money. It's grant. So you imagine how much work I would have had to done to get fridges, I got mixers, I got edible printer, I got Cricut, I got stainless work tables, I got a new mixer. I think I've said that. I'm getting a new oven. I'm getting fondant sheeter. Like, how much work would I have done to be able to get all those things, guys? So, I just feel like, okay, God is in this. Like, the way everything just happened this year that I didn't do much work is the same year that I made this much progress. And this is my third year, like I said. It feels like the year that I didn't do much cakewalk, but I accomplished a lot more. And aside these three things, I think in the midst of these three things, I've shared some of the challenges of the fact that we went through a lot before we got a job that made us convert into PR. I also moved to a new city where work, for the first 1 month, I wasn't making money because work was not coming in and I was unsure how to live my life. I had to go and pick a job because Canada bills will not stop. So this is the same year that I felt like, hey, did I make the right choice of moving to this city? And all of these other things started happening. Another thing I did was, because we got PR, I was able to apply for OSAP. OSAP is like government funding for people that want to go to school. So when we moved into this city and I saw that we already have PR, now we can apply for that government funding to go to school. And I'm not busy. Cakewalk is not coming through. Let me collect government funding and go to school. The funding is such that they will pay for your school fees. They will give you allowance for the period that you are in school. And they will also give you a loan if you want it. So you get grants and you get loan. And a grant is reasonable amount. So they are paying you for going to school and still giving you a loan. So I took the grant. I go to work in the morning. I do the few cakewalks that I have when I come back from work. Then in the evening, I'm in class. So I'm currently in school. I think it's the right time to go to school because currently I am not overwhelmed with cakewalk. I'm not doing so much with cakewalk. So it allows me to be able to combine, school and the small cakewalk. Then I go to work in the morning. For instance, the work that I do, I don't go to work during summer. It's a school. I work with a chef in a school. So because I have kitchen food handlers, one of the easiest jobs for me to get is jobs that has to do with kitchen, because what they will require from you is food handler certificate, which I have. So it was easy for me to apply for a kitchen related. I don't want a full-time. I want a job that I can easily say, okay, I'm not coming again. My business is picking. So I didn't want something my children are also there. So this schoolwork allows me to be back in time for my kids and also attend my class. Don't forget, the government funding I got to go to school also limits me to working. So I can't do a big work like that outside. So everything just looks like the perfect timing. I'm able to do my school, get a small job that take care of bills, and still I'm still building my cake business. It's not like I'm not building it. I'm building it, and I'm working on so many things for my cake business. So yes, it's been a beautiful year, and also this year I had the privilege of inviting my parents to come spend some time with me, my dad and my mom. They were here for 3 good months, guys, and I don't know how to rate all of these things. Which one is most exciting for me and which one is least exciting, because they all just made me feel at home, feel at rest, feel like I'm settled. Because, like I said in one of my recent video on Instagram, I am a Lapo baby. Like, I didn't have all the privileges growing up. My parents are just, they just tried to make things go well for us. So being able to bring them here was something they appreciated so much. They felt so grateful. Then seeing me do my business, seeing this cake thing that I've been doing since a teenager, seeing me as a business owner and an adult. Them seeing me as a business owner now and adult with my own children. They had time with their grandchildren. I spent time with my parents in my adult life. Guys, I got married and left Lagos for Kano. So I've been far from my parents. So being able to, spend 3 whole months at a stretch with them in Canada, where I am not too busy to spend real time with them. Like I said, I was working a simple job. I'm always at home. My course that I am doing is an online course, so I get to spend quality time. Took them out. We rode bicycle together. I don't know if money can buy these things, but I just feel God has been good. Like this particular year, it's just been God. So guys, that's it. That's it. That's it. I feel so blessed and thankful for this journey. Yeah. Maybe in more videos to come, I'll talk about grants the more. Then maybe show you some of my equipment that I got with my grant money. When I see them every day, I feel so blessed. I feel so grateful for the privilege to dare pursue that grant. I know many people that we pursue together. One of my friends also got the grant. There are two of us that me I know closely. Then I have people that applied and they didn't get it. So guys, these are the major updates that happened this year, this third year. If you're not following me, I am on Instagram as Diary of a Niger Cakeist. I own Cake Station Bakery. On Instagram is Cake Station Canada. I am on TikTok as Diary of a Niger Cakeist. Is there any challenges this year like that? Except for the fact that I said I wasn't getting cake work, which God has compensated me. What other challenges did I have this year? Nothing bad. It's been a sweet year. I'm beginning to feel like at rest. You see that PR? That one just put in a place of rest because Canada has changed. People are going through a lot, converting from students to PR, and we just hope things get better. So people that get PR, they know what it means. It's a big thing in our end. If you have questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. But again, yeah, see you in year 4. I think I'll be doing these updates every year, and I hope in coming years there'll be bigger. I believe God, a bigger testimony. A day will come when I'll show you guys the tour of my bakery, maybe somewhere so big where I have people working for me. I believe so much in positivity. I believe good things are coming my way. I believe I'm going to thrive. Like when I say I believe, it may not be coming at the pace that I have thought is going to, maybe not as fast. But sometimes I do content, I'm like, you're just making mouth. Kiloti achieve not that work by. Like, I feel like you're just making money. You not see people on your fellow bakers that are doing big things. Why are you making big? As in, what have you achieved that you are making noise, guys? Let me shall be making the noise because, like I said, I'm documenting my journey so that when the big things happen, I can look back at how far I have come and just feel fresh gratitude, and also So just being able to carry you guys along is not small, it's not like easy, but at the same time we are making progress, and that is what is important. I am setting my own goals and I am eating them. That is what is important. So I'm not comparing myself to someone who is doing bigger than me or someone who is doing smaller than me. I am setting my own goals and I am eating my own goals, and that is what counts as success for me. That is what counts as progress for me. So that's on P. All right, guys, see you in some other videos. If you enjoyed this video, kindly share, like, comment, drop your questions, your reviews, your congratulations. I like to receive and embrace and accept them all. See you down for the time. Bye bye.